Well, hello. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is where you are, or what time you want it to be. Hello, everybody. I'm joined today by Kat and the fabled triple beverage desk setup. It's kind of like a special proc. You know, you got water, which is baseline, and then you've got tea, which is pretty much baseline. I have today decided to upgrade to the Murloc mug just to keep things spicy. I mentioned yesterday I hadn't used it in a while, and then today I was like, you know what? You're right. You haven't used this in a while. Breakfast tea. And then I also made a smoothie because I had extra time and I didn't want to edit anymore. So I needed to kill like an extra 15 minutes before a stream. So I scoured my freezer of fruit reserves and put together a smoothie, which is very good. It's unfair how delicious something can be when all you did was put fruit in a blender. Very yummy. We had, during the countdown, Saga No with an 8-month resub. We thank you very much. Venomous Duck with a 4-month resub and a fantastic name. Thank you. Haunted Leaf with a brand new sub. Welcome. And Bedak531 with an 11-month resub. Howdy. Howdy. Hello. I am starting. What do you mean one fight away? I mean one fight away. So let me tell you where I'm at. For reference, for anybody who has not seen this particular color of the Mog set before, or the vehicle thing that I'm about to do, I've been working on Path of Ascension. It's the Kyrian activity that is the Kyrian Covenant specific one. You have to upgrade your Sanctum to even get access to it. You dump anima in over here, and then you get to do vehicle combat boss fights that get increasingly more challenging. And then at the end, when you've got all 5 layers, there's some achievements that you can do that unlock various transmogs and stuff on vendors. One of the things that is on the vendor that I am most eager to unlock is a set of wings that are the Forsworn coloration, the dark colorway wings. This lady over here has them. They cost 1750 anima, which incidentally I don't have on me right now. If I do unlock them, I'm gonna need to go get some anima, but I'm good at that. That's fine. I need this. I will put together a different set if and when I get these, but I need them. And for those wings, you need to do the Master of the Path achievement, which requires defeating all 10 fights on the hardest difficulty without any active braziers, which means that you have 10% reduced health and damage, and without any charms, which at least makes the whole thing cheaper. I am 9 of 10. I did several of these on stream yesterday. I did more of them off stream the day before. Yesterday I did Mad Mortimer on Humility on stream, but with braziers, and then I did it again off stream later. Cheesily, but what else are you gonna do? It's ridiculous right now. The other achievement that I want is Disciple of Humility, which is needed to get like the whole set in the dark color, which I need as well. However, it's just so overtuned right now that it's just all like, it doesn't seem wildly doable. I'm sure it's possible if you're just, well, I guess I'm not sure that's possible, and that's why I'm reluctant to try it so far. And this kind of thing is going to be self-nerfing over time, because in 9.1, as our renown levels get higher, the strength of our soulbinds should scale as well. So in theory, this is going to be easier after we're at the next renown cap. And I am officially deciding to procrastinate the Disciple of Humility achievement until that time. Master of the Path, however, I am 1 fight away. All I have to do is beat Azarooks on the hardest difficulty with no braziers or charms. I can use any soulblind I want, I can use any equipment I want, and I actually already beat him with braziers and charms to get the bronze wings that go with this Mog set. So I now have the entire set in bronze, which I'm kind of pleased with, because you don't see it around too much, because nobody messes with this, because it's very annoying. But I'm living this life. However, if I get those dark wings, I will be making a new transmog. I am expecting this to take somewhere between 10 and 20 pulls. They cost 1 medallion of service each, but because I'm not using any charms, they only cost 1 medallion of service each, and I still have over 100, so I'm not too worried in that respect. I am set on my strategy, and I don't want to change my plan, so any backseating will be just skipped over. It's fine. It doesn't defend me, but I'm not going to use any other strategies because I already did it. I already did it almost, just with a little extra buff, the way that I'm going to do it. And I've seen it done this way in a video as well. So I'm going to be using Clea. I'm going to be using File. And I'm going to need some tea for this. So there's lots of stuff you can get from Path of Ascension before rank 5, but the bronze version of the Covenant sets are for rank 5. You need to get rank 5 to access the humility fights, and that's where the bronze mod comes from. I like the Murloc cam, thank you. Sometimes it's a cat cam, but my cat's right here. She's on my lap. So until she decides to not be on my lap, I can't point a camera there. I have the best advice for you. Don't take my advice. I don't think I have hiked that mountain. Or if I did, I didn't know the name. I do have the Terrified Pack Mule, but I gave up and bought it. Are Lightbringer and Proud more connected? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I don't necessarily know. I've heard good things about Proudmoore as a server. All right, so I'm taking Clea, and the idea here is that, what I know about this, I learned from the core dab videos on YouTube. They're the only things really around for Path of Ascension strats. But what he does is he takes Clea, he takes File, and basically you're using the ads to gain crit. You want to let 2 sets of ads stack up, and then you want to use your Archon's Blessing, and then nuke him with Keen Insight, and that gives you a big buff, and you can essentially just smash him down. It's not easy, and that's why I don't think I'm going to get this in the first or second or fourth try, but all I can really do is just start working on it to warm up. There's going to be an awful lot of pain here. As long as I keep remembering to re-equip File of Serenity, that's the important thing. Oh yeah, and we're doing this on Azurux on Humility. Because half the time when I was practicing this before, I would start the fight and I would forget to put my equipment back on, and then I would get in there and realize I didn't have File, and that's just a bad day. Yeah, Renown makes your Path of Ascension soulbind stronger. It's not, I mean, it is explicitly stated if you read the text on the NPC who is standing near the NPC that lets you enter, and you're like, what do I do? He mentions it in one of his info dump lines, but far be it for me to suggest that anybody should have read that, because they really did not make it obvious. All right. So the opener's not too bad. I pop my Reflect, I jump in, I start smacking him. You pretty much just want to spam the F1. You sidestep out of the slam, that's all fine and good. He's going to summon some ads. Once I get down to about 10, we move out of the rift. We don't want to get hit by that. We can use the potion to heal up. He's going to summon some ads. We want to not... I'm going to actually try and get him out of the middle to like leave some ads elsewhere. You don't want to get hit by those swirls. And then once the ads group up, we can kind of slow them. And then we want to just kind of kite them and wait, like keep doing DPS and then wait for the second set. And hopefully by then we've got enough energy to, hopefully by then we have enough energy. Oh no, am I going to mean that? Yep. All right, so that's a mistake. I need to not do that. Hopefully by then we have enough energy to Archon's Blessing. Take them all out because you can insta grab them with them. Oh dear. So yeah, you just need a little more energy, which is tough. You might need to just snipe off 1 or 2. So then you Archon's Blessing, you take them all out, or most of them, and now I have 8 stacks. You should be able to get like 10. I've made a big mistake, but that's giving you huge crit chance, and then you just kind of go ham and do damage. That's the idea. I did it terribly, and that's because it was my first try, and I'm probably going to continue doing that for a while, and that's just fine. How many medallions do you have left, and does it still give you anxiety to spend them? I have like 120 left. I've definitely spent down pretty heavily. It's not stressing me out too much to spend them because I know I'm only spending 1 per run because I'm not... Oh, I think I might have had... No, I didn't have bracers on. Because I'm only spending 1 per run because I'm not using any charms. And because I know that after I get this achievement, I am done with Path of Ascension for a whole patch, and I'm not done with the game for the patch, so I'm going to kind of reaccumulate those medals. Like, I didn't go out of my way to grind the service medallions, or medallions of service that I have. I just kind of got them from callings and Paragon caches and the mission table and the occasional chest just incidentally, so I have faith that I shall reaccumulate them as I take a break from this nightmare. All right, round 2. I'm probably going to talk a little... Well, I'm going to try to talk a little less, but, you know, I always say that. I already... I could probably... So he casts it under my location, so I don't actually need to stop doing damage there. I should continue doing damage while he casts that and then just jump out of it. That's what I should do. Oh, I didn't take my file. That's what I was talking about. Oh well, this will still be good practice. Then we slow him down. So you want to kill just like 1 or 2 of the first bunch and then like not any more of them. Because you want to have quite a few of them up by the time you Archon's Blessing. There's only 2 left. Also, if you kite them into the rift, they die. And you kind of need them for this. So there's the group. So that time I got, no, it was still 8 stacks. That might be just what I have. So that was a 42% attempt, which wasn't too bad given the lost DPS time and the lack of a file. Took your advice, moved chat to a different window, and now I heal and suck with confidence. Oh, there you go. UI looking clean? I mean, it's clean in the way that my childhood bedroom was clean, in that I just kind of shoved everything to the edges, and then some of it was under the proverbial carpet. The carpet in this case being my camera. But, you know, the middle's mostly open, and that's where I see stuff, so, you know, I'll take the compliment. Thank you very much. I do hope that I can get this done today, because I also, my dream is that I succeeded this fight somewhere in the 30 to 60 minute range, and then can like run around doing world quests to get the anima to buy the wings, and then chat and catch up, because I want to talk. It's not like big, it's not nothing bad. There's nothing at all really, but you know, I'm like real lonely here. I'm like real bored and lonely, and I just want to talk. All right, so I just wait, I keep doing damage, and then I jump. 83%. The nice thing about this is because it's not scaled to mirror my gear, I don't have to worry if, oh, maybe if I had a different enchant. Maybe if I had a different, so let's just run this way. Slow them all down, get out of the slam. Take just like a couple off the top. Can you come over here, please, sir? Thank you. All right, we're almost there. I just need a little more power. So then you take them all out. That was 10 stacks, that's better. Don't wander into the rift, don't wander into the rift. So I've got 100% crit for another 13 seconds. So you just... And then you get more, that little judgment icon looking buff. So I've lost it now. But that's the idea. It's not gonna be this pull, but that's not bad. That's 19%. The timer's not actually that stressful on this one, which is nice. Yeah. The timer's not that stressful in this one. Like, that wasn't... I had a minute left. You're actually not really going to run into the humility timer. You just need to do a good job, and then maybe... I mean, you don't even need to get lucky with crits if you can get 10 stacks. It's when I talk to the kitty. She's a good listener. Water the garden. Hopefully I'm back for some chats. Not swimming slightly above the ground animation. Not doing Clea any favors. Oh dear. All right, that was closer. That was good progress already. Let's try this again. I definitely didn't use as much file. I think I got too excited and I kind of forgot about it for a while. Yeah, I like the little baby devourers. I think they're adorable. I'm with you on that one. I like the mount version actually a lot. I never ride it, but I should because I like it. So once I'm down 10%, which is like, yeah, roughly there. I might have overhealed a little bit, but you want to get it cooling down. You don't even need to jump out of that. I'm going to save my jump. I'll check in with that after this fight. So that's the first infestation. We slow them down. Sidestep the slam. And that should be just enough of them. Oh no, I've accidentally done the fight the way they want you to. I need to keep this alive for a little bit longer. Just long enough to get this whole set. Alright, there we go. They're gone. 10 stacks. Full heart, can't lose. Crit! 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 Dodge! Move out of that, move out of that. It hurts very much. Very much indeed. But I'm gonna run for a second actually, because my thing's almost off cold on my heel. There we go. .7. I've done it. I'm done. I'm leaving. You can't make me come back here until not only 9.1, well into 9.1. I'm waiting until my renown is capped. I didn't think I was going to get that. I didn't let myself believe it until it happened. The achievement popped before I knew that I won. Saffron, thanks for the 7-month resub. Grats. Thank you. Also, the Gasworks had a brand new sub while I was pulling that. Thank you very much. Welcome. That did take less than 30 to 60 minutes. Man, all right. So I'm going back to Elysian Hold. I'm done. I'm going to change the stream title before it confuses anybody. And then just say, it's Dark Wing Mog Day. That's just true no matter what now. I'm buying it. Gamer. Am I a gamer? We're gaming. Well, we were gaming. Now we're doing World Quest. Oh man, that was not too bad actually. Relative to some of the other fights. Azarix has never been the hardest fight, which is strange because he's positioned as the last one. He's just the big devourer boy. Alright, so now I need 1750 anima, which means I need about another 600 anima, which means there's 400 right here. So just like a couple of world quests. I am going to take this calling just in case. Oh no, it's down there. Ugh. You want me to walk inside? I don't know about all that. So we were going to do Gatamatos, and those world quests are not my favorite ones. I guess I'm just going to do them anyways. Let's start over here. Started WoW a few days ago. Catch-up guide helped me a lot. Oh, cheers. You go into a wedding, it's just a white turtleneck. I know I had a big stretch of buying neutral colored clothes because when my hair was like really neon colors, it was sometimes if I would get on stream and I would have like bright hair and a bright shirt, and then I also enjoy bright makeup, it was just like a lot. It was just so much. So to compensate for how much was going on with the hair, I started buying neutral colored shirts. So I have a lot of gray, black, and white shirts, which is fine. It just makes it easier to nail the color profile on the camera. But something I've discovered about white shirts feels like 10 years after everybody else did is that sometimes they're see-through. So you gotta really watch which bra you wear with it, unless you want people to be able to see it, which is like a look, but you know, Twitch. How many gifts? So it's free to actually wear this to a wedding. Well, okay, it's a cropped shirt though. I feel like this is a little inappropriate. You know, I don't know. I guess it depends on who's getting married, but I don't know of any midriff friendly weddings, or at least not midriff top friendly weddings. I'm wearing it with sweatpants. Do you think there's time to level a new maid before 9.1? Yeah, you just gotta start like now. Leveling does not take very long. You can level in like a good, strong bender of a weekend, and Shadowlands 9.1, I was about to say Shadowlands. Shadowlands is not coming out for a while. 9.1 is not here. You know, they're not going to drop it on top of TBC, and TBC is coming in like, you know, a week and a half or so. So I would assume that we're a solid month at least away, and that's plenty of time to get leveled. Another lovely day in Oregon. It's actually chilly and then kind of off and on rainy and then thunderstorms, which I'm very into. The sky is kind of like this gunmetal gray in spots, but then every once in a while it'll open up and just like the most brilliant sunshine comes out of it. And I have spent a lot of time looking at the window because that's how I procrastinate these days. Annie Luge, thank you for the 17-month reset. He'd be fine wearing that to my wedding. I wore a black dress, so do not wear white. It'll offend the bride. Did not apply to me. You get 50 to 60 in a single night. Did that in release. I know people that have did that. I know people that did that. I'm not one of them. It took me, what, 4 days? Something like that? I took my time, and I still felt like I was going pretty hard. I think that 50 to 60 is between 10 and 15 hours, I would assume, depending on how quick you go and how good you are, if you have a group or whatever. And sure, you could do 15 hours in one day if you play for 15 hours. You know, you got 24 to choose from. Take your pick. But I burn out on that kind of thing right around like 3. I can do about 3 straight hours of focus leveling, and then I'm like, I'm bored. I'm getting up. I don't have the stamina that younger me had. Nude colored bra. Yep, that's exactly the thing. Windows are quite distracting. Well, there's all kinds of things out them. There's trees and clouds and weather and roads and neighbors and delivery trucks and neighborhood neighbors, you know, like, I need to now take it back into Bloodus. That's right. Current PC and NZXT. So I am currently using 2 computers. The one that is running the game that you're looking at right now is the NZXT PC. They are also my sponsor, so they provided that PC to me, and I have an ongoing sponsorship contract with them. But this PC slaps. It's so good. Did you get the wings? I unlocked them on the vendor, and now I need to actually get the anima to buy them. I didn't. It's a little anticlimax, but I need to do some world quests, so that's what I'm doing. It should be about 3 world quests worth of anima, and then I can buy them. I do need more anima after that for, you know, mounts and stuff. What did they say? Line formation? Cool. I need more anima for the rest of the mounts in the vendor, but I'm not in a big hurry, and I'm probably not going to stress about it too much on stream, unless I'm just in the mood. Sometimes I feel like it bugs out a little bit. I know I'm trying to make a box. I don't know if you guys have done this right. Like some of the ones that are supposed to despawn just don't. So they're looking for a cross formation. Because I've seen this world quest work correctly. And it does not look like this. I think they might want this one, maybe? No? I'll just click them until it works. There you go. He did it. And then we put him back. Mount is that? Yeah, I was riding the black one for a while. Ever since... Oh, that's my yak mount. I unlocked the bronze version of this Moggen Path of Ascension, so I switched to the bronze Path of Ascension phalanx to match. I wanted the theme. I will probably switch back to the black one after I buy the black wings, and then find myself like a nice black dress transmog. I don't know which yet. If it was Love is in the Air, then it would have been the lovely black dress, because that's just a really... I hate this world quest. That's just a really easy pick. But it's not Love is in the Air. There's no love in the air, so I'm going to have to find something else. And Northern Oregon, Portland-ish, is where we're at. They take too long to despawn after you finish a formation. Priest tier 6. That assumes that I know which tier is which. Or really what any of them are. I mean, I guess I could look it up in the journal. What I'm going to do when it comes time is I'm just going to get on my transmog mount, and I'm going to go to the dress tab, and I'm just going to look at what I got, you know? Because that way I will be excluding anything that I don't have. Yeah, Portland's nice. I quite like the area. I like the city. I like the vibes. I just, I miss Victoria. A little homesick. What's your advice for finding your style in real life? Style as in fashion, or as in speech, or lifestyle? What else is a style? Food? Attitude? Energy? Vibes? How do you find your vibes? Fashion for me, for a while, I knew that I wanted to look in a way that felt right. Like it's a feeling thing. Like I'll put something on, or I'll look at an image of something, and it'll either feel like me or it won't. And for a while, what I was trying to do is I would try to look at things, figure out what felt like me, and then try to figure out what style does this belong to and what else exists in that style. So if I tend to enjoy things that are like Japanese streetwear, then I would look at other Japanese streetwear items to try to figure out if any of them would work for me. Over time, I started, fashion blogs really wore me down, and I just wasn't really into it anymore, so I just kind of ended up finding a couple stores that I like. I do a lot of my shopping at Aritzia just because they're Vancouver-based, and because I know that their clothes tend to fit me and my personal body type. and because I just like the clothes that I've gotten from them. So I'm just stuck in my ways at this point, and that I'll just check it to see what they have whenever I'm like, I would like a new tank top. I'll like see what they've got and then pick something. But yeah, weird combination of not caring what other people think, but finding out what other people do. Fighting style. Great style. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man. Am I the only one who doesn't mind the Vesper in allaying world quests? Maybe. You might be. I'm 0%. I'm 0%. I have become the problem. I've forgotten what I'm doing. I promise I understand this world quest. I've done it before. I've read the Wowhead guide, you know, like I know what I'm doing. I just wasn't thinking. Yeah, I prefer Vesper to this. Vesper, at least, I remember pretty quickly. At least, well, right now, actually, there's quite a few mobs up, which is nice. But when I'm doing Vesper, if I've forgotten to lay down my bell, I figure that out pretty quickly because you see other people with their bells and because the bell actually does damage when you drop it down. This one, you can pretty easily, like, you mouse over the mob, it's like 0 of 1 allaying crook charge, and you're like, sure, yeah, okay, this mob will do it. So then you kill the mob, and then nothing happens, and then you forget, you keep going. It's just it's a lot. And if you do get more if you can do it on top of the orbs, but the spawn rate combined with the nature of the quest just makes me hate it a lot. Did you see Bellular's meltdown in the state of WoW? No, I don't really watch YouTube anymore. And I'm not trying to say that to be cool. I'm just trying something new where I'm turning some stuff off. But you know where I'm vaguely aware that it happened? Because I was looking at some data. I had a meeting with someone. I had a meeting with someone at YouTube, and we were looking at different metrics and analytics and data about my channel. And one of the things that came up are, you know, my viewers also watch X type of content, and, you know, what type of content performs with the same metametrics. And a lot of it's confidential and I can't give you details, but one of the things that came up was I noticed that a lot of people that watch WoW videos on YouTube, based on the data, really like drama videos, and that was one of the big ones in the last couple of months. There's a lot of Asmongold with a very angry face, and then that was in there too. So that was information. I don't know if it was particularly actionable for me, but it was something. Yeah, that's just how that game goes. That's okay. It's not the only game out there. Yeah, I don't judge anybody for doing it. First of all, I think to assume that somebody only has an edgy take for the sake of views kind of invalidates their opinion, which is a bit rude. I think it's perfectly that a lot of people probably hold these opinions that they're sharing. It just doesn't hurt that that's an opinion that's incredibly rewarded by the algorithm. So I don't judge anybody for doing it, authentically or otherwise. It's just kind of the game. It just, like when I look at a page on YouTube that's just got a bunch of those thumbnails with the all caps text and the they did what and the Blizz listened and the Blizz never listens, and I just get tired. It feels like I'm being yelled at. And I don't want to be yelled at. I just want to like watch butterflies go by and pick flowers and take naps. So it's just not compatible with me. Congrats on the wings. They look so good. Thank you. That's the dream. Yeah. Today, I organized my fridge because that's where I'm at emotionally. I think I was waiting for some water to boil or some tea to steep or something. And I was like, well, I got like 5 minutes. I'm in my kitchen. I'm going to organize my fridge. And that way, you know, I've got a good grasp on what kind of food I've got in there, and I can just make it look cute. That sounds like fun to me, and there's nobody here to judge me. So I like faced it. If you've ever worked retail and you've ever had to face a shelf, I've started doing that to my home for no good reason. I faced all the products in my fridge, and then I went to go start working on the cupboard. And I was in my pantry cupboard, and I found an onion. And I'd forgotten that I'd kept this onion in the cupboard. The idea is to keep the onion in a cool, dark place to prevent it from sprouting and to keep it good for longer. But clearly I'd forgotten this onion so long that it began to sprout, like pretty intensely. Like I pulled out this onion and there's like a half a plant coming out of it. I'm like, hey, there you are, buddy. You're so cute. Like I was gonna throw it out because it's not, the onion part's rotten. Like it's not good to eat anymore. And I was like, I've missed the window on this onion, but it was so cute that I just couldn't throw it out. Like it's just adorable. And I just happened to have an extra pot and some potting soil. And I was like, you know what? I'm planting it. So I cut away the rotted part of the onion and I planted it and I stuck it outside and I'm going to see what happens. I understand that when you do that, it will potentially produce more onions. All I really want is a plant. I just kind of want to look at it as a plant and go, good. You know, it looked like it was trying so hard to live, and I figured, why not give it a few more months? I have nothing going on, you know? Did you plant it? I did plant it. Yeah, it was, so I don't have big aspirations for it. I don't have big plans. I don't have big dreams. I'm probably, like, not going to keep it for years, but right now, it's out there. I've been eating outside whenever the weather's nice, just like on my balcony, just for a change. And, oh, I've made mistakes. I think I need to update my TD script. I think it's actually not enabled right now. You know, doing the thing manually, it's kind of not what I'm in the mood for. I need to do just like another, what's a good Animal World quest that's up right now? We've got Shaken Shrooms. Oh, this one's good. That one's easy. Let's do that. Let's go to Ardenweald. I'm going to port back. Yeah, let's port up and then port back and then maybe just fly. The Orbos run doesn't seem all that good, you know? Talk to your plants. Well, that doesn't sound like a suggestion. Love to be able to be a capable gardener one day. I don't know what my garden dreams look like. I enjoy plants because they're alive, but I can't take them too seriously because if I start to feel too bad about the death or maiming of a plant, then I have to do some real reckoning with my diet of plants, and you gotta eat. So, I think that the humane harvesting of plants is going too far for me. So what I'm instead doing is just I like having houseplants, but I try not to get too attached. I like experimenting, you know, I'll try something in a spot or I'll try a thing a certain way. I don't follow the gospel of the internet too closely. I'll do things wrong if I just feel like it and then find out what happens. But plants are fun because they're changing, and I like them better than a static home decor item that will never change aside from getting dusty, because even if the change is to die, at least there was a story there, you know? I had a balcony garden for a while. Sweet corn, cucumbers, tomatoes, chili peppers. That sounds like a crowded balcony. Fun, though. I have flowers in my balcony for the first time in years. I think there's lots of different, I like the idea of a flower garden where I could grow flowers to, cut and have in bouquets and, arrange. I like the idea of a flower garden that's just flowers to enjoy outside, especially if I had, a garden. Imagine having a yard with a garden and a garden bench. That's just goals. And then, you could do, a butterfly or a bee-friendly garden where you're planting, local plants that are, you can do local plants that are habitable to bees and butterflies and stuff to attract more native insects to your area, and then kind of watch them kind of like you do with birds that you feed. You can of course do food plants. Herbs are really easy. My default plant is, I think I always have a fresh basil plant because if you can get any direct sunlight for them at all, they're so easy and they're so delicious and they grow like a weed. So I have a basil right now. I usually have one. I just put it on stuff. I made the most delightful homemade pizza the other day. I did up the crust in my bread machine, and then I had some fresh basil and some sun-dried tomatoes and some fresh tomatoes and some goat cheese. I'm kind of living. Sounds like my green onion story. I got mine from a grocery store. They live in the soil in a spinach container. There you go. For a while we were known as that couple because of the giant sweet corn sticking over the roof of the complex. I love onion flowers. Oh, that's the other thing about the onion. Is I have specifically, this is so dumb, I've specifically not looked online or in any literature, haven't visited the almanacs. I don't know what an onion plant looks like. and I don't want to find out until it grows. I don't want to know what the leaf shape is. I don't want to know, I mean, I guess I know that it flowers, but I don't want to know what the flowers look like. I don't want to know how big it gets. I just want to find out. You know, something to look forward to in life. Oh, cheese and homemade pizza. I did it in my toaster oven, which is impressive because the toaster oven gets like pretty hot, but like not that hot. And it's not like the pizza is going to be like proper, you know, I don't have a pizza stone or a pizza oven, but I mean, the crust was cooked and was like firm and hard on the bottom, which was desirable. So that was good. I did ruin a pan though. The little tray that came with the toaster oven, that's what I had made the pizza on. And I spaced, actually not while making the pizza, I was making something else in a different meal, but I spaced and I put it down on top of a plastic bag that had originally had like some buns in it or something. And I melted the plastic to the bottom of the pan, and there was no getting that off, and the pan was kind of cheap and stand anyways, and I have another one that is the same size that is better. So I just threw out the one with the plastic on it. That was not going to be recovered. Happy to be back watching your streams after I moved across state. Couldn't watch for a while. Glad to have you. Goat cheese and anything. It's so good. It's so good on salads. Oh yeah, I did get the Ascended title. You get it from completing all the humility trials, and it's not tied to an achievement. I'm actually running around wearing it right now. I forgot I was going to show you guys that. But I got distracted. Oh no, I'm messing over. I am Hazeline the Ascended, and I am wearing that for a while. Yeah, I thought it was going to be tied to an achievement, but you just get it for beating the humility trials. So once I did Azurux on humility, before doing it for Master of the Path, I had that. I already had it when my stream stopped, or stream started. I want to make pizza in a cast iron pan. I've heard good things. My sister's husband, which I guess makes him my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is apparently really into making pizzas, and they have, I think, like a pizza oven and a special bag of pizza flour and all kinds of stuff. So I want to go visit them and have them cook for me. It's a good feeling having completed it. Yeah, I do wish that I had more faith in the possibility of doing Master of the Path. Or pardon me, I did Master of the Path. The possibility of doing... It is so warm in here all of a sudden. I need to lose a layer. Kitty cat, I know. The possibility of doing Disciple of Humility, it just doesn't feel doable. Like I've not seen any. I think people maybe do it with cheese, but the Mechanicos fights in particular, he's just not good compared to the other two soulbinds. So doing the harder fights on him, just like what are you gonna do? So I'm just waiting on that. But you know, it's a good. I feel like I've done enough for now. Someone asked what my 9.1 goals are. I want to, in 9.1, I want to get the new standard selection of things that I do. So Keystone Master, Ahead of the Curve, and Vicious Mount. That sounds like me. And then, you know, it would be nice to get some more 90% parses, find out what the Holy Priest changes play like. Oh, is that my thing? Yeah. Okay, I need to be right back. I will get myself back to the road. I had some groceries delivered. I have some veggies. I think I have some flowers in there. I'm going to, it's a little early for a halfway break, but we'll do it now. Be right back. I got some groceries, which are not, they don't need to go in the fridge, so I didn't have to unpack them. But I also got myself some flowers because they had them available to deliver, and they were like $8, and they're like pretty. But it's occurred to me, I don't have a vase. I just don't own one. I don't own anything like a vase. I have a jar of tomato sauce. I think that's my best bet. I think I make something for dinner that involves tomato sauce, and then I hope that that jar is big enough. Use a chamber pot. You mean stick them in the toilet? Yeah, no, I don't have a blender jar. The biggest thing I have, no, I'm not gonna put them in the tomato sauce. I'm gonna eat the tomato sauce. You have lovely taste. It just said flowers. I didn't know what they were gonna be, but they're pretty. Kitty, you're getting back up here? Okay. I would put them in water, but I don't have a vase. I guess I could put them in the sink for now. I don't have a juice jug. I don't have a glass. The only glass I have is a wine glass. I only have one smoothie cup, and I'm drinking from it right now. That might work, but it's plastic, so I bet it's gonna fall over. Like, you need something heavy. Yeah, no, I think the tomato sauce jar is probably the best bet for now. For what right now, actually, I think what I'm gonna do, I need to trim the stems later. Oh, Kitty, you're laying down. I was gonna say maybe I'm gonna put some water in one of the bathroom sinks, or I could wrap a wet paper towel around them just for now, just because I don't want them to dry out. Wine glass could work. How am I gonna sit these up in a wine glass and have them not fall over and knock it down? Yeah, I'm gonna go wrap the bottoms with paper towel until I think of a better idea, but I think the tomato jar plan is the move. Anarchy Moose, thanks for the 10-month resub. Why be in Hellfire when you could be in Ardenweald? Alright, Kitty, I know, I'm so sorry. Ugh, if you just laid in one of the cat beds, you wouldn't have to get up so often. you got it, Kitty, I know. Alright, one sec. I never thought I would say this, but I might have to buy a vase. It's the kind of thing you usually have around, but when I moved, I got rid of almost everything that I didn't use. And at the time, I didn't think I was going to buy myself flowers. Okay. Who got you flowers? Me. This lady. Okay. Yeah, you really only need one. I briefly looked on Amazon. Not now, but like when I was ordering them. You know, I could have seen this coming. I briefly looked on Amazon just to see what was available, and a lot of them sell in pairs. But yeah, I also want, I think, to get some flower food. It didn't come with any, and I think I want to use some of that as well. So I'm probably just gonna order something online and keep them in a tomato jar until then. Okay, I am putting my torch for squishing gourmegs. This should be the last world quest that I need to do for today. Oh, it's already in my bars. I just keep that one on a shift key bind, just cause. If you have a milk jug, something, I don't have any pictures really. My milk is in a carton and I'm still drinking it. Kessakin, thanks for the 17-month resub. Been a bit since I made it over to Twitch. Good to see you, Hazel. Good to see you. No, I'm the only one allowed to buy. Me and my mom. I can buy me flowers and my mom can buy me flowers. And then that's it. New rule. Pumping Iron, thanks for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. My mom, actually, I think my stepdad got me flowers a few times too for like my birthday. And that was always really sweet. I didn't fully understand, I think, how to keep them in good condition, but I've done a little research and I'm going to try, because I think it's just like, I've been thinking of ways, if I'm going to be home a lot and I'm going to be just like home a lot, how do I keep the four walls from feeling suffocating? How do I make things different and, you know, dynamic and change? Like, how do I make things change over time so I'm not just looking at the exact same thing? And houseplants are great because houseplants are changing, so I think my plants are doing me a lot of good. But then little things like seasonal stuff and, you know, fresh flowers or, you know, different fruit in the fruit bowl. Really anything. Grasping at straws here. Wish me luck on Blue Protodrake. Good luck. Nice to treat yourself sometimes. Yeah, I'm surprised by how happy that made me. I thought that it would feel sad, and it didn't. It felt cute. I feel cute, you know? I have in the past refused flowers or given them away. Allergies. Oh, that's a shame. I wish I had some good advice on that, but four walls are weirdly interesting to me. Yeah, I think the trick for me is just finding ways to do it without feeling like I'm just getting stuff, because I'm still feeling quite anti-stuff. So I don't know that I'm really going to do like seasonal pillows. Maybe if I had a couch, I could have like different pillows. You know what I want to do one day? I'm not shopping for anything yet, because like I said, I don't want more stuff. I don't want to bring too much stuff when I move eventually. But when I'm eventually in a place where I'm at least prepared to, you know, keep things when I move, I want my dishes to be more interesting. Right now, like, I use dishes 3 to 5 times every day because I eat food on dishes. This is what my life's come to. It's really good. I use dishes all the time. I use so many dishes, but the thing is, I'm not actually using many dishes, because when I moved, I'm like, I'm one lady. I'm not having company. I don't need many dishes. I just need one of each. So what I got was, I have one bowl, I have one big plate, I have 2 small plates, and incidentally, I would almost prefer to have 2 big plates, but I have, like, you know, one of each thing. I have 1 fork, I have 1 knife, I have 1 teaspoon and 1 tablespoon. I brought one of each thing, I bought one of each thing, and then I was like, well, I'm done. But the things that I got, they're fine, they're nice enough. I got dishes at Target, so they're very, you know, they're, what do they call them, room sense, or, room essentials. They're, you know, dormy. They're fine, but they're not particularly extravagant. And I figure in my future, I'd probably want like 4 of each thing, just so I could have like a couple people over for dinner and everybody gets a plate. But then, you know, if I'm only going to have 4 of each thing, I don't need my dishes to be that economical. I could get something a little more exciting. You know, I've seen some really beautiful, like, ceramic bowls and plates with different like, designs or, like, hand-painted things. And that's the other thing, is I'm hand-washing all my dishes right now because I'm only using 1 plate and it takes, like, 8 seconds to hand-wash it. I'm not going to run it through the dishwasher, so I can actually get away with, I suppose I'll do this world quest. I'm right here. I can get away with things that are hand-wash only. And I used to feel worried about purchasing more expensive things that were fragile because it would stress me out about breaking them. And the change in mindset that has come over me as I've aged is that they're going to get broken eventually. 500 years from now, when archaeologists are excavating the current society, they ain't finding that plate. That plate's gone. So it's not a question of if it's going to break, it's a question of when. And then the only thing that remains to be seen is what kind of delightful meals can I enjoy together with that plate until its inevitable end comes. That doesn't mean I should start throwing it at walls and stuff, but just kind of accept that it will one day break. And that doesn't invalidate all the nice times that you had with it, so that you can still have the nice thing. You know, just understand that it's not forever. What am I doing? Dressed Invaders Slain. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But I like eating off the floor. Could be a bring your own plate dinner. Paper plates. I don't like disposable dishes if I can avoid them at all. I'd prefer to have something a little heavier. And a little more reusable. Some great unique hand-painted dishes in Etsy, I bet. Throwing dishes at walls is for weddings? Is it? Is that a wedding thing? I haven't been to very many weddings. How many weddings have I been to? I've been to 1 wedding as an adult when my sister got married. And then when I was a kid, I'm sure I went to my parents' wedding, not to each other, but to other people. None of whom they're still married to. But but I was like a kid. Like, weddings as a little kid suck. You just sit and you eat your weird fancy food and you wear your uncomfortable dress and then you're bored and you wish you were allowed to bring your Game Boy, but you were not allowed to bring your Game Boy. And then as an adult, it was more fun. But that was because I was old enough to understand what was going on and get all sappy, because I cry at proposals, and apparently I cry at weddings as well. I don't think that makes me unique, but that is something about me, is for whatever reason, proposals wreck me. I don't have to know the people. I can see two people that I've never met before in my life, and they're getting engaged at like a park or something, and I will cry. It's just so sweet, you know? I need to go up. I need to go up and around this corner. That's what it is. Kohl's has Fiesta wear, super bright colors. I like the matchy-matchy sets, but I like the quirky mess of mismatched kitsch. Yeah, I think I would enjoy... If I'm getting a set of 4, I think I want them to match, but I think I want them to be cool. I really like traditional Asian art. My soup bowl, I have a ramen bowl that has like a dragon painted on it, and that's just the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned. It's a wedding thing in Greece. You buy easy to break plates and you hurl it at the walls and the floor. Fun. I was allowed to bring my Game Boy. Her God, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Also, Iron Narnian with a 15-month reset. Thanks, Narnian. The funny thing is that in television shows, I tend to like skip past or at least cringe through really sappy romance scenes unless they're not in English. I can stomach them sometimes if they're not in English, which is why K-dramas worked for me for a while. But, you know, if you have just like a standard Western TV show and you have two characters professing their feelings to each other, it upsets me and I don't like it. But in a book, if it feels earned, that's better, you know? Like, I'll read novel series, and all I want is them to finish, you know, escaping danger and beating all the evils in the world so they can get home to somewhere safe and tell each other how they feel. Gaming with Lerna, thank you for the 22-month reset. You're like a baby deer. I don't know what to say to that. I don't think it was meant as very much. I think that people are complicated and there are many sides to them, and I have a couple that are similar to baby deer. I have a couple that are a lot more harsh or ruthless or pragmatic that would preclude baby deerness, but no individual facet of my personality is the whole. And I think that's the thing with people, is that nobody can really be reduced down to one aspect of themselves. That's not what you meant to say, but it happened. I think I have enough anime now, and I'm going back to buy my wings. Yeah, no, the K-drama romance scenes are incredibly cringe. There's like 5 minutes of just staring into each other's eyes, saying nothing, and just thinking about a situation. But for whatever reason, I can get on board with it, especially if it's like really cinematically done. You know, you've got like the blossoms falling, you've got somebody watching the train drive away. That used to really do it for me. I am turning in the anima. I was the flower girl 2 times in 1 month in 3rd grade and have not been to one since. Yeah, I don't know if weddings seemed like they were going to be a more prominent part of social life as an adult, according to 90s rom-coms. I watched a fair amount of 90s rom-coms growing up because my grandparents loved them. So I'd go to Nana and Grandpa's and they would just have Big Fat Greek Wedding and every Julia Roberts movie ever. And we would just watch them repeatedly. I've seen my Big Fat Greek Wedding many times and I kind of want to watch it again because it's been a few years and it feels comfy. I should rent it. Or just buy a digital copy. It can't be that expensive. That movie's old. But yeah, based on 90s rom-coms, a lot of weddings going on, and you know that means a lot of weddings you're gonna have to dress for. You're gonna have to find a date. I feel like a lot of the plots of those movies involved either, you know, going to other people's weddings or running away from your own wedding. Or the other big thing was, you're 30 and you don't have a boyfriend? How could you? Like that was the plot of like a lot of 90s rom-coms is, oh, look at her. She thinks she likes her job, but she's almost 30 and she's single. What is she gonna do? In hindsight, infuriating, but what do you do? Here we go. It is time. It is the moment. I've earned this. Why am I previewing them? I'm putting them on. I'm making an outfit. I'm getting dressed for the day. Look at this. Give me this. All right. So first thing we do is we take off everything. We just hide every slot available. And then the second thing we do is we put on the wings. So we can't hide pants. We'll just wear some pants for now. Hide it all. There's probably a shortcut for this, but it's too late now. Hide it all. And then give me some less obtrusive pants. Yeah, there you go. Give me the wings. Give me my wings. There we go. And now I find a weapon and a dress. The weapon, we'll do that for now because the colors kind of go and it's nice and small. And I need a nice robe. I need a dark colored robe and it has to feel right to me. So I'm just going to not even look at chat. I'm just going to look through my collection until I find the one. This might take a minute. There's not that many black robes. That's not bad. There's some kind of purple undertones in it that go. That's all right, but it's too busy. I like the low back of that one. This one's got hips that don't lie. Oh, where was that? I do love a good crop top. If I had this robe in black, that would be the thing. I love the like the corset front with the laces. Ooh, that's not bad. I don't hate that. That's also got kind of a lace front. It's got like a little neck bit. Colors aren't awful. That one's the Vicious Fire Weave. That matches really well, but I don't like this situation. Ooh, well, It's a little bright. The colors go, though. You can get some blue in there. This robe is nice, but I'm just not feeling it. I don't hate that, but I would have to find a skirt that goes with it. Let me take a real quick look. There are very few cloth skirts that I have, which is a necessary precursor for me wearing it. Certainly fewer when you constrict it to matching. That's the one that I usually end up going for. That goes really nicely with the Void Elf set. That one's nice as well, but it's not quite right. That one's neon. Then you get into these. Yeah, I don't think I have a black one. Or even like a brown one. You have that, but that's somebody, it's not me. Okay, so forget that. Back to robes. Hang on, I was over here. Ooh, that one's alright. It's imbued nether weave. I think I liked Vicious Fire Weave better though. Black ash. We're getting into like the classic stuff. There's an argument for putting it with just like the light robe. That goes all right. I don't actually usually get a chance to wear this one. That one's doesn't come up as much. This is all right. It's just brown. The Flora, thanks for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Rune cloth. It's not dark enough. That one's dark enough, but it's too much. Ooh. Is that it? It's not it. It just doesn't, it's just not speaking to me. I need it to speak to me. If I had that in a different color, maybe. In real life, I've kind of mercilessly carved down my wardrobe to be not that many options. So it's quite something to be in WoW. Ooh, okay. I always wear this. I used to wear the orange and the green version of this in my troll druids all the time. Like, to me, that robe is leather. Kind of goes though, but that's not what I'm gonna wear. Bring me that fireweave robe back. All right, well, that search didn't work. I'm pretty sure it was called the Vicious Fireweave, but it did not turn up. I will find it again. That's nice too, actually. That masquerade gown is kind of like purple and gold. It's not quite right, though. So the Vicious Fireweave, I'm pretty sure was like a kata robe. Yeah, that. That's the thing. Let's do that. Do I want anything else? Do I want to give her shoes? Probably. Just so they don't stick out. Do I want a different weapon? Maybe. Although, honestly, that Ashara staff was kind of perfect color-wise. You're kind of in the purple land here. And I don't want anything too obnoxious because I don't want it to overwhelm the wings. If you go with one of the feathery Ture staves, it's got like the feathers that kind of go with the wings, but it's just so much that I feel like it distracts from them. And I need everybody who sees me to wonder what I did. It's too much to ask them to know what I did because nobody does Path of Ascension. Not nobody. I'm not the first person to do it. But, yeah, we're taking this back. We're doing this. Make it non-refundable. Yeah, like I'm going to take my 1750 anima back. All right. Now we're talking. All right, what are you guys up to? I haven't looked in a minute. Oh, man, sweatpants, dark wings. Something's not quite right. Scythe would be better. You should use a scythe when you mog them. There should be some staves that have a dinosaur skull on it. Were you like that in real life when you had more clothes? Looking through everything? Maybe as a teenager. Sometimes I will, when putting together an outfit, try on a lot of things just because I'll put an outfit together that felt right in my brain, and then I'll wear it and I'll be like, nope, not it. That's not it. There's something wrong with this, and then I'll change until it works out. Wings hide the staff when sheathed. Yeah, but still. I think it still works. Transmog Pog. Yeah, of all the robes that I looked through, and I looked through the robes that I have, I think that is as close as I'm gonna get until such a time as I am a disciple of humility. Oh no, I need to get back on. Give me my phalanx of loyalty. Yeah. Yeah. Ready for my dark phase, my Forsworn phase. Eventually, next patch. So you also get these. I can buy these now as well, and they're quite nice. I like that one a lot, actually, but that was for an easier achievement, so it's not as prestigious. Eventually, this is the move. You do the wings with the original Dark Mog, although the helmet, it's like a lot. Maybe you hide the helmet so that you're not overwhelming the wings. Hate how the wings and back pieces remove the weapon. I think I like it just because if I had a staff, like a big old staff, just slicing through both of my wings, that would probably upset me more than this. Like, I think this looks a lot better than if you were just bisecting them, just spearing them with a big staff. Buy the battle pet, sell them for profit. I need those pet charms. I have 2,092 pet charms, and I'm gonna need about 8,000 more. So I don't got any to spare for a while. Oh man, that was such a phase of my life. I'm free now. I need to make sure I make a Path of Ascension tips video before I forget all of them, because if it's gonna be anything like, what was the last thing I did that for? Mythic Plus. I dilly-dallied so long in making my Mythic Plus tips video that it had been like a while since I finished Keystone Master. Write them all down. Write what down? How much longer we got you for? I streamed 3 to 5, so I'm here for another 53 minutes. Collecting charms for the Flawless Amethyst Bobbleworm Battle Pet that's coming in 9.1. Okay, I'm going to, I guess, flip over my mission table and then maybe look at some alts. Although, I feel like I should spend some quality time with my Mog. If I get more anima, there's certainly, like, a lot more stuff I can buy. But I don't have to buy it yet. Like, I'm going to be wearing this and riding this mount for, like, a while. I don't think I'm really in dire need of more anima now. But it would be a good excuse to spend some time in this Mog. I kind of want to heal something. There's no random heroic. Sometimes there's, like, a random heroic call to arms that I could do real quick. Because, like, fun, you know? LFR for anima. I could one day be talked into an LFR run. I don't think today is the day. I think I find out if my transmog has updated to the login screen, because sometimes it doesn't. Oh, it did. Oh, it looks nicer here. And then you do see the staff. Sorry, it is glowing in here. You do see the staff. This isn't going to help much. Oh, it helps a little bit. On the loading screen. So if I had just picked a random staff or left it unmogged, then that would have bothered me. And this is it right here. I guess I should do something else today aside from just looking at my priest. I don't know. There's no anima cap per week, so it just depends on how much anima spawns from world quests. Orbo's weekly anima rep quests. Yeah. I'm not as pressed about rep anymore ever since I got the Colossal Slaughter Claw from the Maldraxxus Paragon cache. I'm not as worried about it. I've got Fire Mage leveling, or I have Keyboard Paladin, Keyboard H Pala. What you're saying is Arena, or I could, you know what? I think you're right. I think it's the right amount of time where, you know, 50 minutes is enough time for me to find a group and queue for a little bit, but not so much time that I have to be committed to staying past I want to be here. Plus, I can shave off at least a couple of percentage towards Vicious Mount and then set myself up to get it in like one more solid stream. Okay, so, oh, that's right, I opened my vault, I got a trinket, I'm item level 211 on this character, good. I should, hang on one second, I should make sure that I am appearing online, just in case anybody on my list wants to queue. And I guess I just need to find a group. I guess that's all there is to it, you just find a group and hope for the best. I am looking for, what am I right now? I am PvP rated 15. I'm looking for caster teams around 1500. Let's see if there's anything in this, and if not, I will list myself. And let's start with my favorite activity of reporting advertisements. Report group for advertisement. I'm doing my part. It feels like a fruitless exercise, but also that doesn't mean it's not worth doing. Like, you pull weeds out of your garden, they're gonna grow back, but that doesn't mean you stop doing it. It just means that you keep weeding, you know. There are add-ons that can filter these from your view, but then I wouldn't benefit from the joy of squishing them like bugs. All right. I don't think that Arena is all carries versus carries. Certainly there are some carries going on, but I think that sometimes it's just, that's just what it's at. So I'm looking for something around 15. I am healing. I'm looking for casters 1.6, 2.2, Lock Warrior Mage. I never link anything just because I never remember where to look for it. Bad boys. Shadowlands Rare Mounts. No, absolutely not. Need to do more PvP if I ever want to get those 2 pets. Percentage to spider? Should be like 13, something like that. Let me see. 11. Only 11% left to go. I'm 89%. Got whooped to my first arena in Hearthstone. Oh man, I used to really have a thing for Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I hadn't done arena for a while. 10 wins? Oh, less. Maybe 9. I guess that's not much less. I should, 1900 plus. That's not me. I wonder how desperate they are. Let's go. Oh, that's a healer. I can also list myself. I'm not, what did they say? 1.8 CR, yeah. 1.5 is pretty far below that. That's a risky take for them. I'm just gonna give up there and I'm gonna start one. Let's go 3s, 15 casters. Put CR in note, please. You know, doesn't hurt to be polite. Only problem is I hate PvP. Any tips for a PvP noob? I'm not really an expert. I think that, like anything else, you kind of just got to do it. And that's where a lot of people get hung up, is a lot of people get nervous about starting because they don't want to be bad, or they don't want to let down their teammates, or they don't want to encounter toxicity. And the hardest part for me was just accepting that I'm going to do all of those things and then do it anyways until you get good enough to where you're having fun. I'm sure some people can have fun without feeling like they're really good. You just kind of lower your standards and pop all your cooldowns and sing. And that's a fun day too. Is the 10k pet cageable? I don't know. I want to say no, but I don't know. If you want to find out, then go to ptr.wowhead.com, look up the Flawless Amethyst Bobbleworm, and find out if it has the cageable tag on the right-hand side in that little square of info. Yeah, 20 games a day no matter what. 20 games is like a while. The problem is that people might say, I'm going to play 20 games a day, and they log on for the day and they have like an hour of time after work and they spend an hour in LFG, they don't find a group, and then that was like their leisure time for the day. It's all fine and good if you don't work that many hours, or, you know, you just don't have a lot else going on. But for some people, that time is really hard to make, and it's tough to stomach the idea that you're just going to spend a bunch of time looking and trying to find a group, and you finally get into one and it falls apart after like the first loss. Yeah, that's definitely frustrating. Any classes that are absolutely not recommended for Arena? At beginner ratings, you can play anything. There are specs that you don't see as often. I couldn't tell you what they are. 100 games a day on a weekend if you're me. You went hard. I think you'll try TBC. Maybe not. I would try it when the hype is fresh, just to, you know, be a part of the tidal wave and make that memory. But then again, when the hype is fresh and you're part of the tidal wave, it's like server queues and mob tag spawns, and I don't really have any long-term plans to play, so it seems kind of like a waste of time. Keystone Master 6 to 8 dungeons a day. Gone with a one-punch joke. Yeah, I used to, back when I was grinding PvP, the thing that I did was I made myself play every day by making myself stream every day. That was like my commitment to myself, is like, you know, unless it was a day off. I don't remember the exact details, but I would stream basically every night. I would make myself get on and stream and queue LFG until I cried. And it worked. I put in a ton of games. I got really good. I made my goal, instead of making my goal any particular rating, I made a goal of queuing 10,000 total matches on a character, or on combined characters, because I was queuing across multiple characters back then. And I figured if I still hated it at the end of 10,000 matches, then I would give up. But I had to make it to that point before I would let myself quit. I never made it to 10k. If I look, I did a lot of, not all of them on this character. I had more druids that I played, but I did a good amount of them on this character. And she has 4,800 arenas played, so a fair amount. So I play every day, and I got reasonably good. I ended up in the 2.4, 2.5 bracket by the end of it, but I was also turning off stream and then just crying because I was so upset and heartbroken and frustrated, and I just felt so stupid and incapable because of how difficult it was and how much trouble I was having. And it's so difficult for my personality type to really honestly go in with everything I have and then still feel like I'm not good enough, that I just eventually quit. once I finished the season and I quit because I just wanted to relax at night and not cry. I just didn't want to hurt anymore. Yeah. Am I even in the right? Yeah, no, I'm in the right section. Is this a comp? That person just didn't invite. They're looking for a dis priest. North America, yeah. Convoke is broke. Sorry, I had to dad joke that. Yeah. My big plan for Convoke is Shadow Meld and Pray. That's it. That's my plan. Grats in the partner. Thank you. What tea do we have? I had it's gone now. I don't remember drinking it, but I did drink it. I had a British breakfast tea. Plans to mess around TBC on stream. I don't know. Maybe. Plan for Convoke is usually Hodge. Superman, you want a turbo? Do you have a warrior? List up. I'll play. I just want games. It is cageable? Okay. I'm not buying it, and I'm probably not selling it, but that is good to know. No warrior? Maybe we can find one. Do you find having a set stream schedule helps get more followers? I think having a set stream schedule is good for the health of your stream because people learn to expect when you're on. And then if you're good and you're really consistent, and also if people like your stream, then they might have routines that include your stream because they know when to expect it. Like maybe on a Friday, somebody gets off work early and they know that I'm streaming at that time. So if they don't have anything else going on, that could become like a routine, which is nice. I don't know if it helps you get followers, but followers is not the most meaningful metric in terms of like Twitch metrics, because I mean, it's nice for people to come back, but you have to talk them into liking your stream first. Train your audience. That's the internet. So there is a paladin. They have failed to pass the first test, which was put CR in note, which is not a good start. I don't feel like I'm asking for a lot here. $14.40. Palandar, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Scroll Squad. Stream's definitely a part of my routine. Oh. What do we got? Oh, I'm KVM switch. Yeah, let's do this. This could be a thing. We're 1500. Anything can be a thing if we believe in ourselves. I don't have a lot of recent experience healing melee, but that's okay. Hi. We're gonna full hearts, you know. Rating. Here we go. I'm not too pressed about my rating. I don't mind if we tank some. I just want to play. Watching a YouTube video, decided to come down to Twitch. It's also very nice. Oh, thank you. Did you catch the earlier part? We did master the path. I got it done. Remind me to breathe. You're chilling. You know what's funny is in WoD when I was having my grinding phase, I would get into groups with people, like streamers that I watched and really looked up to, and I would have the exact same thing. I had a very memorable session where I got onto Skype with this gladiator hunter, and I like knocked over my mic stand, and I was just like apologizing relentlessly, and he was just like, relax, breathe. This is not that big of a deal. It's World of Warcraft. Nobody's really famous here. Will you do more stream highlights on Twitch and YouTube? I don't know. I did some yesterday because I knew I didn't have any like videos ready for a while, and I knew I had some stream content. And also, I've just been kind of evaluating my strategy, and it's occurred to me that I have a lot of usable content that happens on Twitch that will never make it to YouTube as it stands now that could be valuable. I just don't want it to drown out standard YouTube. I don't want to alienate my YouTube audience. So I might sprinkle in more of it, but I'm not committing to... I rarely commit to anything. Okay. I'm going to heal. That's my plan. But yeah, the reason I cut them onto Twitch first was because I needed to download it to edit for YouTube. And I can download an entire Twitch VOD, but that's like a big file, and the download takes ages. So if I just cut out the part I want into a Twitch highlight, it makes my download dramatically smaller. And then it also means I have Twitch highlight, although I have not found those to perform very well. But that's okay. It's just a trick of...
True shot. Big heal.
Oh, the red died. Good job. That'll work.
Door of shadows. Rapture. Life grip.
What community is more valuable to you? You can't make me choose between my children. Also, there's plenty of people on both. Anybody that takes time out of their day in the limited amount of days they have in their life and they spend it with me is precious and must be protected. I'm still kind of flabbergasted that that's even a thing. Yeah. Now, what content do you feel you get more from? They're very different styles. If I had to pick one to stick with, like if I was gun to my head forced to quit one, I would probably quit Twitch and lean into YouTube, because I feel like there's a greater ceiling with YouTube in that you can do more. Like I could put more time into a video, whereas I'm only ever going to put roughly 2 hours into a stream. And because YouTube's algorithm enables a wider eventual reach for someone like me who doesn't want to network. If I was less scrupulous about making and utilizing networking connections to grow on Twitch, you know, like I just hit up anybody that I've ever done a podcast with and I was like, yo, let's hang out all the time and start drama and stuff, that would be useful for growing a stream, but I'm just shy and awkward, so instead I would rather try to figure out how I can best fit into the YouTube algorithm. But Twitch is perfect as a complement to YouTube because I found a good balance where I can do both, I can not burn out, and I can do both, I can not burn out, I can get content for YouTube from Twitch, and this is my favorite place to actually talk to the community and chat with you guys. YouTube comments frighten me. Most of them are very, very nice, but you go far enough down and you'll find something that just makes you sad. So we're gonna... Oh, I thought I trinketed. I did not trinket. So that's a lot of cooldowns. But that was my cooldowns as well. Their holy is down that way. Their Death Knight has a kick, which I should be careful of.
Chill Street, Big Heal. Divine Favor. Divine Tome. Bekil. Death Grip. Divine Tome.
Oh! I got popped.
Bekil. Final Reckoning.
It's easier to start on YouTube, in my opinion. It's hard to start on either. It is difficult to get started, and part of it's just the long game. I made many videos before I got my feet under me, and I did it for like 3 or more years before I made any money. But yeah, getting off the ground with just a Twitch stream is almost impossible. How long does the hair coloring treatment usually take? Hair appointments for me, depending on how much I was getting done, also depends on how long your hair is and if you're getting something, like if you're just getting one color, that's not going to take as long as like a rainbow situation where they're doing lots of different panels. Anywhere from 3 hours, I would say, is my shortest appointment, to I had an 8-hour day that I was there once, where I was just there for like a full 8-hour workday. And that was, I think, before BlizzCon. We did like a whole, a whole bunch of stuff. Happy you started. Love your streams on YouTube. Aw, thanks. Yeah, no, it's a big day. I would bring my Switch. I would bring my iPad. I would get some work done. I would be drawing, because there's like processing time for everything. But also my hairstylist is just really cool, so we would just hang out all day. There's cat. I got cat here. There's a cooldown on the cat command. I think there's a cooldown on most commands, so if they're used in really rapid succession. You know what I could have done is I could have re-flesh crafted at some point, I betcha. Okay. You're doing plenty of damage. I've pugged a lot of people that are doing a lot less damage than you guys.
Demonic Circle.
Yeah, we can push up. I'm gonna push up to this box. I don't know about going all the way back there.
Success.
Oh, that works too. I stunned the healer. Yeah. Say what you want about melee, it's fast. Yeah. I can probably double check and see if there's some kind of permission on it, but I think it's just a cooldown thing. Yeah, if we get lucky and we win enough to put me over 1.6, I can upgrade some gear. Is that why it's called Turbo? Yeah, this isn't Turbo. Turbo is Enhancement Shaman Warrior. I don't know what this is. This is just melee. But yeah, that is why Turbo Cleave is Turbo. They just, they just bloodlust and all in. Catfish cat. Yeah, but no, like each individual command. So if you did cat and then you immediately did cat again, or if somebody else immediately did cat after you, there should be like a couple of seconds where it won't reactivate, just to prevent spam. Muffin. You're not playing TBC pre-patch? No, I'm playing Shadowlands Arena. I thought this was Turbo for a second, but it is not. It is Arms Ret. I used to know all the comp names. I've forgotten. I have forgotten. I blinked for a second. We won the last one. We won before I came out of stealth. I was making my way downtown to try to CC the healer, but they had killed the DPS before I got there. Yeah. Neat, I'll say. I'll take it. I might have time to get my vicious mount and then even do something else today. Big day. Although I am glad to be getting a bunch of stuff in today's stream because I am not streaming tomorrow. I will make a news video for Saturday, but I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon, and I can't stream earlier because I gotta get the news video together. So I will be gone tomorrow, hopefully back Saturday. I should be fine to stream. I don't see why I wouldn't be. Find out.
Ancient Kings. Protection Totem.
Oh, they killed the rat. This is much faster than casters, I will give it that. Watch YouTube videos, try and catch a stream. Well, thanks. Hope the appointment goes well. Yeah. No, it should be fine. From what I remember from having had it done before, there's a few days of recovery, but I don't see any reason why I can't stream. Arms Ellie. Yeah, we're up to 93%. Although if we win this next one, then I'm going to take a minute to upgrade some gear while I am above the rating, because I think you need to be currently either you need to be currently above the rating or you need to have done it in the past week, but just in case. I have had both doses of my COVID vaccine. I had some side effects, especially the day after my second dose, but ever since then, I've been 100%. 30 rating grace period. If you fall back down, okay. I'll probably just go, because all I have to do is pick pieces that are 207 and just dump honor in. I have pretty much honor cap almost. I'm 500 honor short of cap, so I'll just spend all of it. On whatever, really. I can do that pretty fast. Yeah, I think if any billionaires were going to track my location, they would probably have an easier time doing it through the smartphone that I carry around everywhere. Oh, they're going for me. Darn it. I got my spider mount halfway into the saddle bar, only like 1400 because I lose so many. Yeah, no, I'm quite satisfied to have mine. I'm looking forward to seeing people, you know.
Success.
I got some cooldowns off. I managed to get tree form. I managed to get both skins. I got NS. I got my overgrowth off. I didn't quite get my Send Ward Swiftmen going. That was next. Comps with no healers in threes. You'll see them around. You'll see triple DPS every once in a while. Generally, they don't climb too high, but people do it just for fun and for just fast games. And then double DPS in twos certainly as well. Okay. No, my problem is I didn't Thorns. Can't die with Thorns. Thorns is not actually that much of a defensive cooldown. It doesn't help you take less damage. It just makes them take damage. But the meme is that they'll switch off you 100% of the time. It's not true, but you can believe. Oh, that's wrong.
Frost Nova.
I'll stun the Pyro if he starts to G-Buy or anything. But the
Dragon
looks like Demon Hunter's on it.
Holy Serenity. Success. Mage. Shield. Power Infusion. Shifting Power. Spell Steal. Faint. Holy Serenity. Success. Holy Crimson Serenity. Vial. Bone Spikes. Combustion. Success. Trinketed.
My trinket keybind is not. Oh, it's the wrong trinket.
Holy Serenity.
I replaced my trinket,
Bone
and
Spine.
I didn't change it on my bar.
Holy
I'll have to change that out of
Serenity.
the arena so it sticks.
Bone Spine.
Oops. I generally trinket a blind so I can get back in combat before I get sapped. But it doesn't work when you can't trinket because you're wearing a different one now. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, man. You know, PvP is fun. The best thing is if you can find someone else that's also kind of curious to go in there with you so that you guys are like on the same page about learning together, because it's so fun when you kill people. We got our second dose, changed almost nothing about the routine. It's weird to think about going out even though we can. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that too. I mean, my life didn't involve that much going out or seeing people pre-pandemic, so it's not like anything's wildly different for me. Yeah. Your matches them now? Oh, there we go. Staff transmog is that. This is, I think it's a polearm. I think that's my trick to Druid staff mogs, is I mog polearms. This one is Talrak, Bloody Skull of the Thunderlords. I don't know what it's from, but that's what it's called. SawCon. I don't know what that is. Is it like a convention for Saw movies? Foundry? Sounds true. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. I hope you feel bad for what you've done. Oh, nah, it's not true. It's a little true. Yeah, you don't gotta ban him. I walked into that one. I had that coming. I have too much faith in people. It's been, we have such a nice community here that nobody ever tries to prank me anymore, and I've gotten soft. I've gotten weak.
True shot.
I trust too much.
Headstone.
You know?
Murder Crows. Wild Spirit. Theory. Great Hands. Hunter's Mark. Raised Dead. Trinketed. Trinketed.
Oh, hey, that worked. I did something. I helped that time. A lot of these games I feel like I've just been kind of there, but I definitely got at least 2 cyclones off. I will take it. Yeah, I don't know. People get really into Saw movies. You know? Someone's into that. It could be like a horror film convention. Alright, my trinket works now. Got full hermit. We'll just learn to reintegrate into society. Yeah, I'm just procrastinating until I get back home. I figure I'll do things later. Not that I haven't. I mean, I do things. I just do outdoor things. Like I go to parks. When I have the car, I drive to farther parks. I go for walks, which is nice. I like looking for wildlife. I like going to like any place that's gonna have like a lot of birds, or like I figure out which trails have like bunnies and chipmunks and stuff. And then every time you see an animal, it's like you found a Pokemon. Mad Owl Nomad, thanks for the 6-month resub. Is it done when one opponent dies, or is 2v3 salvageable? 98 times out of 100, it's over. 2 times out of 100, the people that won tab out to go check to see if their pizza rolls are ready, and then the remaining people pull it off or get a res or something. But most of the time, people will just leave. Yeah. How's driving? Good these days, yeah. I'm pretty much no longer that worried about it. I still get a little nervous before I go, but like as soon as I'm driving, I'm having a good time. I don't stress too much anymore. I think part of it was just getting enough time behind the wheel to know that I can do some pretty weird stuff and not die, you know? Worst thing I'm gonna do is embarrass myself because I'm a good enough driver to not do anything dangerous, and I'm focused enough to get out of the way of anybody else who's doing anything dangerous. So short of like a real tragedy, I'm gonna be fine.
Cookie. Adaptive swarm. Soul shape. Trinketed. Power infusion. Void form. Mind games. Success. Mind games. Soul rod. Phantom singularity. Dark glare. Success. Mind games. Void torrent. Death. Battle master. Adaptive swarm. Fenary greater fate. Trinketed.
That priest just left. You did not help your friend. Nice. No, automatic. It is not a manual. Not too many of those around here. Am I 1600? Darn it, I'm 1599. Let me take a look. Let me see if it'll just let me. 1599. So close, yet so far. Yeah, I'm 95% on Vicious Mount. So like if I pop in one of these, yeah, no. I need one more rating. I hate driving in Alaska. Yeah, I've definitely benefited from road conditions being quite good around here. And then even if it's raining or windy, like it does that often enough that people know how to drive in it. It's not like some cities in the south where it never rains and people just don't know what to do. But yeah, no, I haven't had to drive in any winter conditions, and I'm kind of hoping that I just never have to. Short of medical emergency, as long as I continue to work from home and just plan ahead for, you know, keep an eye on the weather forecast and stock up on stuff if it looks like it's going to get stormy, I'm hoping I can live a life where if the roads get bad for a few days, I just don't go anywhere. You know, that's the safest thing to do. You guys are very sweet. When do you think you'll move back? Somewhere between a couple of months and a couple of years, and it's just up to a couple of different factors that I am not prepared to discuss yet. Druid's pretty much only for PvP, yeah. It's like pulling teeth trying to get me to do anything that's not PvP on this Druid, which makes it hard for me to get her geared up for PvP, because you gotta get like conduits and, you know, like renown and stuff, and that was a bad day for me. Canada has winters, but Canada also has infrastructure to deal with winter, in that there are snow plows and, you know, salting the roads is fairly common. If it's, you know, winter and it's been snowy for a while, your main roads are going to be pretty okay. And then you also, you know, you get snow tires for winter and you put them on. That's a thing that people do. But yeah, Victoria does not usually get obliterated the same way the rest of Canada does. It's a very expensive place to live, but part of that is because the climate's so nice. Yeah, West Coast is chillin'. You're lucky if you get, like, in town, you'll get maybe 2 snows a year, and they're not that dramatic. Yeah. Yeah, I used to live up island at higher elevations, and that would have, we would get, like, more snow there, but I never remember it being a big deal. Like, worst case scenario, it would, like, snow blizzard over Christmas, and you would be away from home, like, visiting grandparents, and you would just spend the night there. You would just stay until, oh, nice. You would just stay until, not until the snow melted, but like until the blizzard stopped at least. You wouldn't drive in the storm. Wait for the roads to get plowed. Jaskra Elunaris, thank you for the 8-month reset. Hello Hazel, hoping you're well. Thank you for the amazing content, delightful streams provide us with each week. Oh, shucks. My talents. I mean, don't copy them. I'm not an expert, but I'm using... I'm always suspicious when people want to see my talents, because either they're trying to do what I'm doing, which is a bad idea, or they just want to tell me that I'm wrong, which is a good idea that doesn't feel good. I, right now, am doing this. I like Sen Ward because I'm running Verdant Infusion, and I like being able to extend the Sen Ward hot with Swiftmend. I live my life in Guardian Affinity. Oh, hang on. It's fine. I think now that I've gone above, I should be able to. Also, I can spend my... I just need to take any 207 pieces up to 213. 213. Perfect. That should do it. Lost my train of thought. So that brings my overall item level to 212. I now have full 213 and then a 210 legendary. I could do more Torghast. Ugh. I like Torghast, but not on Druid. And then that actually only spent me down to 10k honor. I kind of thought that was going to cost more than 4,000 honor. Did not. And I don't think I'm going to be... What's the next threshold? 1,800? I'm at work. One of our 2 registers went out, but at least I have stream. Or Torghast. You know what I'll probably do is I'll probably send her Soul Ash that I get on my priest when I can do that. Oh, reminds me, I found on the PTR, and I'm sure I'm not the only one to find it, but Death Advance Rep Vendor has bags of Soul Ash that are account bound. It's not just the vendor inside Torghast like we thought it was. There is another vendor that's just an outdoor rep vendor that you can access whenever you want, which is nice.
Trinketed. True shot. File of Serenity.
I think Demon Hunters can get me out of that. I just don't know if I trust the pug to be on top of it.
Ring of Peace. Pony.
So that hunter doesn't have a kick. So that actually means that I can, if I can catch up. Well, I mean, I can just take out the hunter for now.
Trinketed. Fleshcraft.
Yeah, you were too fast.
Dispel. Blade shot.
Where did the monk go? I've lost. Oh, they're on the other side.
Monotone. Avenging Wrath.
No, don't lie me. Don't lie me. Don't lie me. Oh no. Dangerous. I could have been pushed up a little farther so it wasn't as far to get, but and I don't know if I would have had a heal. Yeah, they know what they did. I don't know if I had a heal that would have saved them at that moment. But yeah.
Blade shot.
Yeah, there's good things to be said about Feral Affinity. It just seems like more work than I'm willing to do right now. I am struggling so much with the rest of the game and game sense and awareness that I am just a risk. I'm a liability going in to do damage, and I am better off just keeping my in-cap rower and my defensives in case I get swapped to, and that's still a reasonable thing to take. In twos, Feral Affinity is very strong. Hi Hazel, hello, how are you? Is this PvP? Just a little bit. I'm seeing if I can polish off. I'm 97% towards Vicious Mount. I'm seeing if I can polish it off, get lucky. 2 or 3 more wins. 3 at most. And you know, fast games. When is 9-1 coming out? I'm getting bored. We don't know. We don't know. Best guess, I'm hoping for July. I'm hoping for late June or early July would be nice. Still a long time. Yeah, 3s I think give 1.3% per win, so it depends on how many hidden point decimals of percent I am past 97. I don't know if it's over 3. Oh, is it 1.25? I would like August, but I'm slow and I have content to finish. Yeah, I'm definitely not. Like, I haven't done endgame Covenant stuff on anything but Kyrian, and at this point I've accepted that I'm just not going to. I will either never do it or I won't do it until, like, the end of Shadowlands. And that's okay.
Purge. Grabby hands. Protection totem. Storm and fire. Pillar of fire. Earth elemental. Trinketed.
Oh, they killed the Windwalker. Nice.
Chill streak. Anti-magic zone.
That Frosty K still does so much damage. It's just them all by themselves. The real question, oh, I guess I was going to say the real question is, how am I going to eat an entire jar of tomato sauce so I can use that jar for my flowers? But the answer is you don't, you silly goose. You have some of it and you put the rest into a leftovers container and you put it in the fridge. You do not eat an entire large jar of pasta sauce on your own in one night. You don't even like it that much. It's just tomato sauce. I've always been more of an Alfredo person. I just get tomato sauce because I feel like I'm not supposed to eat Alfredo all the time. Biley Q, thanks for the 2-month resub.
Chill streak. Ultimate form. Grounding. Pillar of frost. Success. Purge. Capacitor. Vacuum. Grounding. Cindy's Fury.
There we go. Job done. Clearly the solution is to make a bunch of pasta, get to eating. Put the entire jar in the fridge. The point is that I need the jar, though. Don't listen to the people who tell you that you can't eat Alfredo all the time. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. I think it might have been just me. It might have been just a thought that I had in my brain. That Frosty did not want to die. I ate a hex that I shouldn't have eaten. Put it on a saucepan, cook it down to make your own ketchup. That sounds like a commitment. I did do my upgrades. Yeah, I'm full 213 now. Oddly enough, I don't feel that much better. I thought I would feel better by now. But I mean, it's some gear. It would be better if it was 220, but what are you gonna do? You just gotta get good. Or like, you know, a raid or whatever, but gross. Ew. PvE. I have different characters for that. I like to compartmentalize. I do not like to mix and match. Yeah, the date labeling on leftovers is quite clutch. Growing up, we would have a roll of masking tape and a Sharpie in one of the kitchen drawers. So when you were putting your leftovers into the fridge, you would, you know, take a little tape and then write on the tape with the Sharpie what the date was so you'd know how old leftovers were. Lately, I started doing that when I was here, but I was finding I'm eating everything. I don't make that many leftovers. I try to make sure that I'm only making 2 servings of leftovers at most. So there's very few things that will stay in my fridge longer than 2 days. And I figure if I can't remember when I made it, there's a reason I haven't eaten it yet, and I should just throw it out whether it's good or not. And then never make it again, you know?
Touch of Divine Heal. Avenging Divine Toll. Trinket. Magic Zone. Ultimate Sacrifice. Storm Earth and Fire. Cindy's Fury. Vacuum. Vacuum. Ring of Peace. Storm Earth and Fire.
I'm not doing great at pressing my buttons. Good. Press buttons better.
Touch of Death.
Nope. I just misplayed. I'm getting too antsy. I can taste the vicious spider and I want it.
Divine Heal.
Mom used to do that with ice cream containers. The disappointment every time while ravaging the freezer. Frozen carrot soup lollies. Oh dear.
Battle Master. Chill Streak.
It's not anything to do with licking spiders, which I agree is a bad idea. But I recently finished the game It Takes Two. I played that with a friend, and it's a wonderful game, first of all. But there's a section in it where you make friends with like a really cute spider, like a very Lucas the Spider style. And I still kind of miss my little spider friend. And then you get to use them as a mount, and they go like really fast. Kind of time investment as a spider overall. Depends on, I mean, it depends on what comp you're playing. If you're playing a comp that's going to have really fast games like this, I don't really know how to quantify it. I would say a couple of weeks if you're playing every day. So like, I don't know, 20 hours? That's just a stab in the dark though, I really don't know. I don't track it. The fact that you only need 1K rating now makes it a lot easier because you could just then, if you're trying to just get it as quickly as possible, you could just play the most Zerg thing you can think of. And then the games will be really, really fast one way or another if you just go completely offensive, and you can grind them out a lot faster that way. So probably not 20 hours in that case. You could probably do it in like 6. Yeah. And then most of that's going to be queue time. Oh, Feral Druid. Maybe I'll hibernate him. Oh, Balanced Druid. Scary.
Predator Swiftness. Battle Master. Ultimate Sacrifice. Success.
I want to stun the Convoke, but you know what?
Predator Swiftness. Convoke. Avenging Wrath. Success. Ashen Arrow.
Ooh, get out of that. Oh no. I'm not really playing my best self anymore. I was doing okay for a minute.
Wild Charge.
And then I was not. And I'm 98% and I'm sad. What do you do off stream? I eat. I cook, I sleep, I clean. I talk to my cat. I take walks. What else do I do? Laundry. Oh man. Yeah, that's it. No, I don't watch K-dramas anymore. I'm trying not to watch anything. I'm trying to just take a little less screen time. Yeah, I canceled my Netflix and my Disney Plus and everything. I just figured I want to try spending some time without it. Nah, I don't think that was my fault. I'm getting fuzzy. I'm glazing over a little bit. I don't know what my plate is in all characters. How much longer do you think retail WoW has? I don't know, but people have been asking that for 12, 14, 15 years, so could be another 15. Could be 20, could be 50. Could be 2. Probably not 2. I would be shocked if it had less than 5. Bet you shower too. I do shower. I like showers. I like bubble baths. I do a bubble bath like once a week. My thing lately is I get some bubble bath and then I get some Epsom salts to like really juice it up because bath bombs are kind of expensive and I'm cheap, but Epsom salts and like a cheap bubble bath do not cost that much. And I feel as though the bubbles are helping insulate the surface of the bath water to keep the heat in longer so you can have a hot bath for longer than like 6 minutes. Yeah, that's a good day. When I wash my hair on hair wash day, I put the Olaplex number 3 in it for like 20, 30 minutes or so. And my thing is I do that in the bath so that my hair's soaking in that while I'm soaking in salts, and it's nice. Especially if it's cold or I'm just like sore or I'm just like sad and like cranky and upset. Hot bath can really help. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making mistakes. I've gotten kicked because I just hard casted like a... Oh, they killed somebody, thank God. Oops. I'm really starting to lose it.
Berserk.
I got a little case of cherry tomatoes, but the case opened in the box before they delivered it, so I need to collect all the cherry tomatoes and put them back in their box. I need to get them back to their home. I think some of them got a little smushed up, but not too bad. When I used to queue for longer amounts of time, I would feel myself start to glaze over after a certain point. And I would tell myself that I was still getting like subconscious practice after that moment, you know. My body is still learning if my brain is done, but I, for the most part, wasn't getting a ton of value out of the gameplay that I would do after that point. But like I'm After this one, I just need to win one more time. Maybe I don't. Maybe this is the last one. Maybe I get a vicious mount after this one. Depends on what the math is like. I would not be mad to get my mount now, but if not, I want one more win. You know.
Ascendance.
Dyeing your hair won't make it fall out, but lightening it aggressively and without care for the damage you're doing can make it break or fall out, and Olaplex helps mitigate, or to some extent, controversially, depending on who you believe, reverse the damage. The thing to keep in mind if you're going to be coloring your hair a lot is that your hair takes damage whether you color it or not. Hair is damaged by heat tools, hair is damaged by friction, hair is damaged by wind, hair is damaged by sun, hair can be damaged by a lack of humidity, can be damaged by all kinds of stuff. So the key is making sure that you're not damaging your hair more than it can take. And that means a certain segment of hair can only take so many lightnings or heat tools or whatever. So if you're coloring your hair a lot, you might find that your hair is shorter. Like you cut your hair shorter because the longer parts of your hair will have been colored more times and therefore are more brittle. So you chop those off to make sure your ends are clean, and then you can still have fun hair, it's just shorter. And then the other thing that I do is I try my very best, I'm right back in Path of Ascension, to minimize the damage from other sources. So my hair was getting damaged because I was lightening it, but also I was doing it in a salon with a professional, so she had it well under control. And then also I wear a silk line sleep cap to bed. I only wash it once a week. Shampooing your hair can be quite drying and damaging as well. So instead of, when I was a kid, I would brush my hair every day and I would shampoo and condition it every day. And it was in horrible shape. It's in better shape now than it was back then when I used to heat style and straighten and wash and dry and brush it all the time because I didn't really know how to take care of my hair. I don't brush it really. I finger comb it, and I only wash it once a week now. And then I sleep with a silk cap on, and then if I'm going outside for the most part, I will braid it up and then like pin it so that it's not like flying everywhere in the wind, or wear like a hood or a hat or something. If I'm going to be like on a hike or something like that. And it just all helps, but everybody's hair is different. Some people's hair can take more. But I do find that online, at least, there's some hysteria where people see you with hair color that's not normal and they go, nope, it's falling out. How long until you're bald? Which is just, coming from something other than concern for your hair's well-being. And even if it was, oh, there we go, we won. Concern for your hair's well-being. Your hair is not part of your health. If I damage my hair, it's not going to damage my health. At worst, it makes me uglier. And if that's that upsetting to somebody, then that says something about their priorities, Ugly is also very subjective. I feel like I could do bald if I wanted to. I'm just not in the mood,
Ultimate form. Trinketed thunderstorm. Capacitor. Frenzied regen. Fire elemental.
But yeah, I've been coloring my hair for 3-4 years, something like that. 4 years, and it has yet to all shrivel up and fall out. I am finished with lightening my hair for quite some time. I've had my rainbow years. I'm ready to go back to natural hair, so I'm growing this out. I got a color that I could grow out, and I'm looking forward to longer hair at my natural color. But there we go. Vicious war spider. Thanks. Oh, bald woman take getting used to. For a moment, I thought you said bad women, and I'm like, there's a lot to unpack there. All right. Okay, I am out of time for today, incidentally. Also, now that I have my mount, 2 things do connect. GG's. Thank you. I want to check it out, though. Vicious War Spider. And now I don't have to worry about it anymore because I have it. So I am no longer on a deadline. They can be like, season's ending, and I'll be like, okay. And I'm going to get off it now because I know that upsets some people. Yeah, no, I don't think bald women take getting used to. I think it's a look that's not very common, but I think it's awesome, and I am always a little bit jealous when I see it. I am finished for today. I will not be back tomorrow. Once again, I will not be here tomorrow. I am having a doctor help me with my foot, and I'm sure I will gross anybody who's willing to listen out with... I won't get too gross with details. It's upsetting. It's bad enough that I have to know. But I'm gone Friday. I'm probably going to be back Saturday on the off chance that I'm just like really sad about my foot. I guess I could cancel, but I'll let you know. I don't expect to do that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.